So the workshop is for Feldenkrais practitioners and third and fourth year training students who are interested in voice and working with voice in a Feldenkrais way. I was thinking, how would Feldenkrais people understand more about voice? And then I thought, oh, well, we speak in ATMs. So I thought I will bring very specific voice ATMs to the practitioners so that through the familiar kind of experience of going through an ATM, they can find something new about voice and then learn to do something with that. So I thought one of the best ways to actually make this concrete, so there's something to take away from the experience, is create a book that has 10 lessons in it. So they will be in transcript form, not in a word-for-word form, but more in the breakdown of here's the position, here's the movement, here's what we're looking for, more of a chart for each lesson with an introduction and understanding and maybe a little application. The approach is going to be something I've actually never done before, but I think it's going to work well. And with each ATM, we're going to break down the logic and the vocal understanding behind the lesson. So the first 3 days will be kind of an intensive of the experience while starting to understand the logic of how the voice works. And then the last 2 lessons will pull it all together. We'll get more into practicing, okay, here's all this information, here's all this experience. How do we take this as Feldenkrais practitioners and start to use it with each other and potentially students? You can take parts of the ATM, take parts of the thinking and work with each other. And I like working in trios so that you have 2 people working with each other and another observing. So you start to kind of see and feel and understand what's happening without having to be the person experiencing it directly or the person juggling the new learning. The real thing is we're developing what you could call a somatic ear. With Feldenkrais, we're used to observing with our eyes and our hands. We touch, we feel, and we see how people are organized and what they're doing based on what we observe in that way. But you can also do it with your ears. So I can close my eyes and not touch a person and just listen to how they sound and what they're doing vocally. And I see the organization and I understand the organization, which is kind of amazing once you start to click into that reality. This really addresses several needs. One, I do find that the voice in general in the Feldenkrais world tends to be a little bit of a black box of understanding, even though Feldenkrais himself was interested in voice and did start to bring some of that in toward the later trainings that he did. And the voice science and voice understanding really didn't take off until the 90s and 2000s. So there's a whole lot of new information out there and new things we know that when you take that into the Feldenkrais functional way of thinking, all of a sudden things line up in a way that makes sense to us as somatic practitioners. So when you see a client or have a client who's a singer or a vocalist or a public speaker or is recovering from vocal injury, what do you do? And there's so much we can play with when you understand how the voice works and putting the Feldenkrais understanding with the vocal understanding. And once you figure that out through these kind of core ATMs, you'll see how to play with it. And there are certain things that to avoid. There are certain things that we can do that other vocal practitioners would never think of and would never even have the skills to do. Yeah, so if you want to come and explore some of this and learn more about your voice and how to work with others in a Feldenkrais way, come to Brussels at the end of August and we will see you there.